you're back. The incident that happened at Full Wish TV is causing a huge stir.
Hello, everyone! Welcome to our brand new segment,
Hi, everyone! This is your old friends?
Well then, as the Phantom Moon Games reach a boiling point, and for reasons that need no explanation, we are now joining Duo Mention TV to bring you live coverage of the latest and most critical—
Yes, we are! And after the director of Full Wish TV and sponsor of the Research Society of Happy Smiles, Full Wish announced that she was joining the Phantom Moon Games! That terrifying tragedy of 15 years ago once again swept through—
The supplicant debate, slated to take place at the Seafeld TV Tower, was cut short when out-of-control Imagine known as Joy Ascendants appeared. This imagenesis plague centered on Seafeld City spread rapidly. Even Full Wish herself turned into a monster atop the Seafeld TV Tower.
As of the latest reports, nearly 200,000 human and Imagine inhabitants across Plain Arcadia have been affected by the plague. Countless individuals are injured or missing, and total losses are estimated to have reached 8.6 billion credits. And in a chilling echo of the bloodstained games 15 years ago, footage left behind by Full Wish points to the disaster as the work of supplicants from beyond the sky.
She identified the culprits as the famed cosmic hero, the trailblazer of the Astral Express, and the wanted criminal, Stellaron Hunter Blade, claimed—
But a spokesperson for the Department of Aberration Defense said the disaster was planned and executed by Full Wish herself through her organization, the Research Society of Happy Smiles. They added that the investigation will continue, and the organization—
Oh, how familiar that sounds. 15 years ago, they made the same excuses. What is the real story behind this? The Phantom Moon Brief will continue to keep you up.
Over 500 years ago, a prophet made a prediction. In year 1999, a terrifying devil will descend from the sky. Will this prophecy come true? Can Plain Arcadia safely make it through this crucial year? We will have to wait and— Shame on them. How can they just say things like that on TV when it's not even confirmed? And the internet is flooded with fake news about you too. Also, those two hosts, weren't they from Full Wish TV? They were spreading nasty stories about you on the news before. And now look, they've immediately— I'm happy you made it back safely. But somehow— Oh no. You're trying to grow up and leave me behind. Don't tell me you're becoming the next Don Hung. No! Is this what it takes to become a hero? If you're all grown up and serious, we just can't click like we— Oh, right. Tell me about what happened at the TV tower. I've heard Don Hung and Sunday's side of the story. So, Full Wish had people undergo the happiness surgery to implant Shuhu's flesh, and you guys stopped the mutation from spreading. But all you managed to do was to temporarily seal Shuhu's flesh inside. And then you mentioned that Nessia, the one we met at Star Rail Fest, is actually the Phantom Moon Games arbitrator? No wonder she could draw a mask for you. And she also asked you to go deep into the world in Canvas to warn... who?
Yes, Graphia, Himiko's ancestor. She's an artist.
Himiko's ancestor? She's still alive? Wait, that's not even the most important. Nessia asked you to warn Graphia that the Lord Ravager, Asat Pramod, is— why does the Express have such bad luck? By this point, whenever we go on vacation, I'm always ready to deal with random problems. But running into another Lord Ravager, Evanessia's request, Shuhu's flesh and Blade's body, and the unfinished Phantom Moon Games. Suddenly, there are so many— Feels like we're juggling a bunch of eggs all at once. One slip, and it's all gonna go splat. Are you... I wish I were as calm as you. I'm gonna go...
So many things to deal with right now. Nah, I've had a long day. I should just get some...
Welt, she's tired. Let her sleep. You're obviously tired. I never thought this vacation would become the prelude to yet
From our very first steps, trouble has... But this is what...
Look at you now. It takes me back to when I first got the Express running again. Aside from Pom Pom, I was the only crew member on board. Constantly, all I could do was note every problem in the navigation log, one by one. A world's coordinates that needed an update. A glitch in the Express's warp system. The notes were as dense as the core back then. I never imagined the Astral Express would one day have to face a Lord Ravager. But strangely, now that the time has come again, come to think of it, it's because of you. Because of all of you. Along the way, we have defeated the Nameless who guided me before I set out once told me, keep moving forward, and the obstacles that once felt impossible to conquer will soon be behind you. And along the way, you'll find companions who are just like you. I've seen you grow through the Phantasmoon games, becoming someone others can trust and lean on. And I heard the declaration you made atop the tower. That's why I want to share a story from the past with you. A promise from... I promised someone that when the moon over my hometown was full again, I would go back to see her, to let her know I had made the most of this borrowed life, and found I want to share this story with you all. The story of how my journey began. It's a long story, filled with many memories of my past. I'd also like to invite you all to the place where I repaired the Express and tell you everything bit by bit.
All right, it's a deal. When I return from the world in canvas, you can make us... shush.
Speaking of the world in canvas, March told Evanesia's request was not made lightly, and she was worried for a reason. Silverwolf saw that Lord Ravager in action too. According to the records from the databank and the IPC's investigation, Asat Pramod's campaigns often span centuries, and the planets he targets all end up destroyed in freak accidents, leaving their surfaces covered in 1,000 years ago. My ancestor Graphia created the world in canvas. If that was to resist Asat Pramod's invasion of Ahatopia, then could this disaster... That's the first of many mysteries. Based on our family history, we are clearly not descendants of quite the opposite. The weathering curse has shortened my family's lifespan for generations. What could my ancestor have gone through to still exist? There are far too many legends about her. It's hard to tell what's... Only two things are beyond doubt. First, during the Cinderth Age, She created countless Imaginae and sent them into battle against the demon. Second, near the end of one of the Phantasmoon Moon games, she created the world in canvas, which means she is not only familiar with Asat Pramod, but has also witnessed the manifestation of the Eon of Elation. Nobody knows just how big the plane Graphia created actually is. Over 140 years ago, the IPC tried to salvage the world in canvas, but legend has it that Graphia used a vast ocean as her canvas and channeled the power of elation to step into the painting, which means she has not only seen Asat Pramod. Good question. As for who in Plain Arcadia knows Graphia and the world in canvas best, it's probably Pearl. She should have some clues to guide us in the right direction. By the way, General Yao Guang is here. She says she wants to talk to you in private. I'm not sure if she comes with good news or bad news. She brought a little gift from this. Go talk to General Yao Guang then. Don't keep her waiting. After that, come to the party car and fill us in on your next move.
Nice to meet you, Ishvara. I always thought that the arbitrator, Evanesia, would step in and punish Fullwish for the disaster she caused. But, in my capacity as an Arbiter General, I extend my deepest gratitude to you for halting the plague. What I am about to tell you is something Evanesia risked breaking the rules to share with me. Please keep it a secret. Not a word of this leak. Sealed within Ahatopia's core is Ouroboros, the Vera.
You mean the Leviathan that can swallow whole planets? That Ouroboros the Veracity?
Looks like you know a thing or two about Ouroboros.
I've seen that terrifying thing in her.
Rumor has it, they were last seen during the era of the Swarm disaster. They were hardly there to aid the Swarm, but rather to attend a cosmic-level feast, in which the Swarm served merely as appetizers. And no one expected them to be here of all places, sealed away on this very planet. The true situation remains unknown. But with this information, we can understand why Asat Pramod set his sight. Aren't you a little afraid, facing a huge disaster? That's impressive, Ishvara. No wonder you survived the calamity of Iron Tomb. Fortune follows when fate hits its lowest ebb. Now that we know a force capable of devouring stars is deep in slumber at this planet's core, perhaps we could make it devour the problem inside Blade's body. It might just be a risk. Blade has agreed to my proposal and will venture into the world in canvas to seek out the Veracity. From what I've heard, you are going there as well. I cast a divination, and the hexagram shifted between the marsh and fire trigrams, yielding the judgment. Heaven and earth are separate and apart, but the work which they do is the same. In other words, a funeral, or an adventure. Will it be a battle with only a 1 in 10 chance of survival to tear away Shuhu's flesh from his body and eliminate the Xianzhou's arch-enemy? Or will it be a journey in which he settles? Blade agreed to my proposal, even though that little Stellaron hunter girl wouldn't stop. Betting? No, I don't see it that way. We are not chips laid on a gaming table, nor dice tossed at someone's whim. We trust in people, in ourselves, and in those beside us, knowing they can change the course of even the most desperate battle. That belief is what gave you the strength to overcome Fullwish. It is also the only reason I stay for this world. My purpose has never changed. I am going to draw the elation into my divination, and overturn a fate marked for great woe. I have a plan for how to handle Asat Pramod if he strikes unexpectedly, but I still need more hands to make it work. What miracle could cap off these games better than a finale that humbles a Lord Ravager? It will be a tribute to the elation. The shadow of the Lord Ravager looms, and from here on, everyone must carry their part of the burden.
Before I set out, I still want to say a few words to everyone. What are they all up to over there?
Oh, there you are. We were waiting for you. We're here to celebrate the Astral Express making it through another trial, of course. Pom-Pom's heard all of...
It's a modest celebration, but a meaningful one. You stopped Full Wish's scheme, and that is no small achievement. Regardless of what the people of Plain Arcadia or the media may say, we raise a glass to you.
Exactly. You knocked out the mastermind behind all those creepy whatever their name is. I didn't get to see it myself, but Don Hung described it for me.
Your victory gave Blade a chance to free himself from Shuhu's flesh. Thank you.
With a Lord Ravager looming on the horizon, everyone will soon be heading off on their own missions. Before that, it felt right to have a small...
Now, here's to everyone who fights to protect this Arcadia. And here's to all of us. The Lord Ravager can throw whatever he wants at us. But I know the Astral...
Thank you. All of you. Having you by my side is what gives me the courage to face...
Cheers!
There you are. March and I were talking about. Yeah, of course.
When did Don Hung start expressing his feelings like this? I guess pigs really...
This trip to Plain Arcadia is the first time we weren't necessarily working together toward a You dove into the Phantom Moon games. I crossed paths with that relentless old friend and foe again. As for March, well...
Wait, hold up. How come all I get is wandering and eating? I grab plenty of comics as I call it cultural exploration. With a little extra time for me to recharge, of course. Right?
Now that we're having this little break, it hit me that...
Yeah, we are actually more concerned about your condition.
Blade has accepted General Yao Guang's proposal. Perhaps he has finally moved on from past grudges, and that it's going to be a path fraught with danger. So, I had hoped to accompany. From now on, I will turn my attention to... Mr. Yang and I have been asked by General Yao Guang to help with setting up some defensive formation.
I've got work to do too. Mr. Ashvale wanted someone to accompany him to the tavern to investigate clues about Asat Pramod. Yours truly figured she'd been resting long enough, and... No problem. When you come back, you have to share...
Did you need something? I need a break. I felt worn out ever since coming back from sea right now. It feels like I'm back in Oak Manor's banquet hall. At those parties, no matter how tired I was, Mr. Yang insisted I should get a full day of sleep. But I didn't want to miss the chance to toast with you all. I should thank you for letting me embark on this journey.
Just in time. I've talked to Madame Pearl. She will handle all the arrangements for your passage, so you can enter the world in canvas to find my... This is an important matter. Furthermore, your journey gives her the chance to uncover something she's been yearning to understand for years. Once you've fully rested, you may make your way to the dock and see Madame Pearl has a special ship waiting for you there. It will take you to the border between this world and the world in canvas. A place that's your final stop before entering the world in canvas. A place to gather your... I know you'll have to go alone this time, but I don't think it'll be dangerous. After all, that realm was created by Graphia. The thought of it makes me feel calm, in a strange but comforting way. If you get to meet her, I am indeed quite curious. I'd love to see this ancestor of mine for myself, but someone must stay here and keep watch. Madame Pearl wishes to confer with me and General Yao Guang about our next steps in dealing with Asat Pramod. Go ahead. Set out once you've rested up. I'll be here with Welt and the others.
In other words, that woman wants you to take Shuhu and jump straight into the veracity and leave the rest to the Eon's stomach acid? And this is between me and him, right? Why are you tagging along?
Relax. I'll say my goodbyes and be gone. A dignified funeral, If you ask me, this ending is indeed grand enough.
I don't care about any of that. There's only one thing I care about. Does he have to die?
Here's a piece of advice, little cub. Whether he lives or dies is his choice. That's the one thing you don't get to decide for him.
What?
Nothing. Just a seabird landing. A blade forged of mortal steel cannot sever an undying fate. If Shuhu is to be put down, the options are few. And that Leviathan...
In time, people will say this. The culprit of the Juming gave his life for the greater good and plunged into the abyss alongside the abomination.
I'm not as noble as you make it sound. Many years ago, you invited me to join the Galaxy Rangers. I refused for one. I'm a petty man. I was never born to carry some. This is between Shuhu and me. No.
Can't argue with that. Well then, I won't say anything more.
Blade, you sure about this?
For years, death has clung to me like a curse. And if there is a chance to make a god feel the same pain, I would do it. As for everyone else, there's no need to drag them into this. We'll proceed as Yao Guang proposed. Bury Shuhu at the end of the world in canvas.
Take care.
How about you stay as well? You might as well see it through to the end with us.
Plain Arcadia has bigger problems that need my attention. Your instincts were right. That meanie pulling strings from the shadows is none other than a Sant Pramod.
Who else would want to kick a Ha's head like a ball?
So, I need to get back and finish.
Investigating a Lord Ravager sounds like a job you don't come back from.
Therefore, it also pays very well.
Then here's hoping you live long enough to collect your pay. Every time, when it's just the two of us, you go quiet.
You know what I'm going to say. The seabird's flown off. It's time for us to go.
The terror slumbering at the heart of plain Arcadia is Ouroboros.
After the swarm disaster, the Veracity vanished, never to appear again for more than 700. Their last rumored sighting was 500 years ago.
History fictionologists claim that Ouroboros lies in wait at the edge of the cosmos, guarded by their children, awaiting the day of their return.
I've heard that story before, but it wasn't about the edge of the cosmos. They say that the preservation is nothing more than a facade, and the IPC is, in truth, a cult.
Organic life has quite the imagination. They've said other things, too. That Louis Fleming seeks to ascend as the Eon of Wealth. That the Council of Mundanites are mere hounds of Dr. Primitive. That the Marketing Development Department colludes with the destruction. Such rumors are endless. I believe the General should be able to tell which are...
I've never heard the last one, so... Such terrible breath. Once this Leviathan awakens, the Arcadius
For now, this remains conjecture. The sealed remains appear to be a husk that why it's here, and how it's connected to the elation. Yet even a fragmented remnant of an eon is a threat that can't be ignored. The calamity of the Leviathan must not be allowed to re-emerge.
Naturally. That is why I'm here. And it's about time for the two Nameless to arrive. Oh, you're just on time.
General Yao Guang, as instructed, warding talismans have been placed at over a
My thanks. It was Mr. Yang's talent of creation out of nothing that allowed us to reproduce dozens of plumes and complete the... Now, with yin and yang aligned, and all four aspects in place, as long as we set up the Decalight reflection barrier will be complete.
Using the divine eye of the Spiritus to weave a giant web, one that ensnares countless possible futures. General, have you truly made...
Though Shuhu has been eradicated, the signs of doom have not faded. After much consideration, the source can only be this restless...
One crisis is yet to pass, and another is already upon us. The Arcadia's ley lines were already riddled with scars, and now even the ancient tree's seal is starting to loosen. While Evanesia is asleep, someone must take up her duty to guard this place.
But defending isn't the way of the hunt. If you don't want to become the prey, you must become the hunter.
General, do you intend to go on the offensive and suppress the...
How could I? The Joy Seeker could barely confine that husk using the Abundance's ambrosial arbor as its cage. I'm not that arrogant as to place myself alongside the gods. I'm not here to guard against an eon, but against a lesser menace. Lord Ravager Asat Pramod. This barrier is prepared for...
Asat Pramod has been meddling with the game from the shadows. His intentions unclear. We know little. By chance, however, a friendly citizen has provided up.
Ouroboros' remains are in Ahatopia. Silence is an answer in itself.
I'm not surprised that you were the first to discover it. You were in the Torn Scroll too. The probability of you noticing...
That's a little low, don't you think? I'd put it at well over 90.
What I don't understand is this. There were countless ways to verify your hypothesis. Yet you chose the most. You bypassed security and broke into the building to confront me in person. What is your objective?
This is no confrontation. It's a warning, Madame Pearl. I'm a security officer while everyone else is fixated on the Phantasmoon games. Only the Department of Aberration Defense is watching other places.
Like the location where the new Herald of Death case was closed.
Correct. The incident involved 4 Daybreak warriors, 3 nameless, 1 detective, and but just moments ago, a 10th set of footprints appeared at the scene.
After the investigation, we learned that the traces were left deliberately.
The Lord Ravager bent on destroying the Elation came uninvited. Make no mistake. Plan Arcadia is the stage he chose with care, and drawing the Abundance into the fray was hardly a win.
Our top priority is to dispose of Shuhu's flesh properly to prevent it from falling into the wrong hands and causing another calamity.
That said, we cannot afford to ignore Asat Pramod's next move.
This giant web is prepared for that very purpose. Once the entire planet is folded into the divination's trajectory, under the gaze of the Omnitia, all possibilities will be laid bare. When that time comes, he won't wish to leave any footprints behind.
One final question. Why did the Lord Does he have an ulterior motive?
That question should be left to the professionals. Don't forget, we have a... Let's hope the accumulation of variables can tip the scales in our favor.
And so, the people set out, and at the end of the world, the Elation once again frail little humans! Ouroboros, whoever can fill my whole mouth with but a single thing! The fool known as the Shepherd captured a comet, but it wasn't even the bartender Braji opened the wine cellar. Yet they only grew drowsy, and en route, he crept up to the Veracity's ear and told them a corny joke. The Veracity pondered it for 10 amber eras, then burst into laughter. En route spread his hands and said, "See?" Then the Veracity... Are you kidding me? And with that, they opened their gaping maw and tore en route.
What kind of nonsense?
Those are the facts, my inquisitive auditor. If you want to hear more stories, you're welcome to discuss with your classmates.
We came here to investigate the Veracity and Asat Pramod, but all we got were stories that only a 3-year-old...
Rumors don't just appear out of thin air. It's just a matter of how much truth you think they hold.
At least 90% of that.
Sometimes that last 10% is all you need. Oh, plenty of bystanders around. Let's hear what they have to say.
two asking about the veracity?
Walk the path of veracity?
You got it! Kids always dream big, and I am on a book!
Ugh, can you talk normal?
I swore to become a veracity. Finally, I pinched my nose and swallowed, lose my...
Ouroboros?
Nah.
Enough all.
I'm telling you, it was all en route and Dorothy, who the veracity wasn't looking, rolled up there, then poof, they were gone. I already found.
You should be putting this much effort into your study!
They say a dull pen beats a sharp memory. My memory's dull, and my pen's not much better.
Then you must have a lot of stationery.
A kindred spirit. Miss, it seems you're one. I've met far too many fools who can't even read. Oddly enough, those of us interested in studying the knowledge of the laughter, I have a reference book here.
This feels completely made up.
Oh, please. Thank the seniors. To compile this book, they offended every eon they possibly could, and narrowly escaped death at the hands of each and every one. As for me, I'm just the one who keeps the book.
Hey, friends! How was your first day of school? Sparksy's here to pick you up after class. Where were you just now? You opened the door for us and just disappeared. Oh, still doubting me? You're breaking that whole foolish thing. I took on every emoji in the tavern by myself, fought them all the way to the end of the world, but honestly, this place runs on rumors. Aha is being chased by the veracity. Aha chases the veracity. We won't get anywhere following stories like this.
Let's go through what we know so far. Ooh. Yeah, it's a complete mess.
So, after a bit of thought, Lady Sparksy came up with a brilliant... The Unreal Sparks and Spark! No idea how it works. But apparently, does this friend know you borrowed it? The Supramod has a gun to our heads, and this is what you're worried about? He'll find out one day. Well...
It, doesn't look...
No worries. If anything goes wrong, the friend...
Doesn't seem to have any effect.
No, it's working perfectly. Our enemy is a Lord Ravager. There's only one question we need answered.
Correction. The effect...
Judging by Nanook's habit of picking Lord Ravagers, I wouldn't be surprised if Asat Pramod was once amassed. The Arcadia is like a microcosm of eons and paths. People indulge themselves in fabricated happiness, unable to pull themselves away from it.
A classic social realist deduction. Old-fashioned. Ooh, but effective.
Yes. The answer is all you are Asat Pramod, Sparksy. Do you have evidence? Of course. The truth is so simple that everyone overlooked it. The evidence is you were the first person I met when I... If I am Asat Pramod,
would you and Gray Hair have been able to walk out of the school alive? Yeah, fair. Just take that thing off already. That's weird. I thought I... Let me give you a lesson. Deduction isn't about pupil skills. It's about smart tricks and flawless logic. Watch and learn. Sparkle, master of the classic whodunit, has entered... You changed your clothes? First of all, Ouroboros likes to eat. Secondly, whatever they eat, therefore, veracity is also a form. This is the classic mystery of one culprit, two identities. The Lord Ravager, a Sapramod, played by the... What am I even saying? Classic whodunit? This is more like a classic who's the...
I get it now. All this so far, that's the most accurate.
No need to be so serious, detective. Why don't you show us what you've got? By the way, what type of detective are...
Me? I'm the tough guy type. I don't waste time on useless details. I aim straight. You're not wrong. Asat Pramod is Nanook's weapon to assassinate Aha. Whatever his plan may be, the target doesn't change. Remember? As far as humanity knows, there are only...
A broader path engulfs a narrower one. The third one...
forcing an Eon to turn...
Whichever it is, none of it sounds remotely connected to planar Kate. So, what makes you so certain Asat Pramod is here on...
Because we folks just dug up one heck of a treasure from underground. And in the stories tied to them, we've unearthed more than a few names worth paying.
Baraji? Forget it! He's good behind the bar, but slippery as an eel. Ask him to work for Nanook.
The former bartender of the tavern, everyone knows him. Couldn't be.
That's just a title. Anyone with a girlish heart can call themselves Dorothy. Between you and me, Director Sparkle used that name once too.
Looks like this clue has little value to it. Right. He's the one I can't stop thinking about. The stories change every time, but they all circle back to the same logic. En route defeated the veracity by...
You're right. Then who is this en route?
Of course she does! Everyone in the tavern knows that name. Long ago, its owner grew tired of jokes. Some say he became a morning actor. Others say he jumped into IX's black hole. But none of that matters. What truly matters is that you have my unreal sparks and...
I knew it.
Give it back, give it back! That's a big order. My client wants some.
What do you mean, give it back? It just wandered off, and I happened to find it on the way, so I brought it home. You want it? Here, take it.
Absolutely not.
No. If it's a no, it's a no. Yes, I'll keep it.
Get back here!
Sir!
Hey!
Can you catch her for me?
Of course! I'll have that thing returned to you safe and sound in half a day. But, in exchange, I'd like...
Oh, so that's why you're here. Now, old Sempo's intel isn't cheap. Waiving the fee won't quite cut it.
Name your price. Put it on Pearl's tab.
Just kidding. Money talks boring. Besides, the Astral Express and I go way back. The en route you're looking, he's the gold.
So...
Not a chance. He left the tavern before he left. Elation has been dead.
Where?
The tavern has 10. He said he was head.
How do you know?
Oh, I've been around long enough. And
leave it to me.